Hey y'all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am starting a new series here on my channel. So I feel like lately there have been a lot of eyeshadow palettes coming out, and I feel so incredibly grateful that a good amount have been sent to me lately. But what that means is that when something new comes along, it means that this thing that I really enjoyed playing with, I don't get to play with it as often because I want to test out the new stuff. So what I'm doing in this series is going back to some palettes that I have just not gotten to play with as much as I would like and playing with them some more. And I'm going to keep using the word play because to me, that's kind of what makeup is. It's just playing, it's experimenting, it's having fun. So the first palette that I want to do this with is the Nomad Ireland Violet Atlantic Way palette. I loved this palette when I've used it. I've used it like 3 to 4 times, but to me, that's not enough. This is a palette I want to play with like every day, as are all of these palettes. They're just fun and I want to experiment. So I want to do a look with this one today, and then I'm going to do 2 more looks with 2 different palettes in this video. So I feel like what I want to do with this one today is probably going to be looked at as boring to some, but what I'm hoping that this does is, first of all, I want it to make me happy, but also maybe you can look at this palette and see other color combinations that maybe you didn't think of, or maybe it's a look for a specific event or a specific time in your life, whatever it is. So I'm going actually quite neutral today. I want to use this sparkle because it's very shimmery and just beautiful. And some of these more neutral, like yellows and gray tones, maybe with a little bit of this kind of like burnt orange brown on the outer edge, but this one is going to be a very neutral look. The other 2 looks might not be as neutral with those other palettes, but I just want to play, and to be honest, like I'm feeling like a kind of bolder lip today. I did a bolder cheek today. I probably will wind up adding even more blush than this, but let's start to play. I'm taking the BK Beauty 212, and I want to start with Connemara. And oh gosh, I forgot that all these names, I might butcher these, so I hope that I don't. I already have my eyes primed, I already have my foundation on and my face makeup. This is just going to go in the crease to start everything up. Again, this look might wind up being quite neutral, and that's totally fine with me. That's totally fine. I love how this color, I don't know if it's coming across, it's yellow, but it also has like the slightest green tint to it. Just ever so slight. The kind of look that it would pick up the green tones if I were to do an exclusively green look, but we're not doing that today. And I'm being generous with this color, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like really blending it and blowing it out on the edges rather than keeping it like confined. All right, I'm going in with the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy, the A502. I'm trying to decide if I want to dip. No, you know what? I'll go a little bit green. I'm going to go into Wild Atlantic Way. This is kind of a light sage green. I'm tapping off all the excess. And I want this to go just in this crease. Yeah, this is already kind of more green than I wanted. So I'm just blending this out between both eyes, just on the outer corner and in the crease. Very light. I don't want the green to take over at all. And I'm going to go back over that with the brush that had that yellow just to blend that out even more. So you'll get kind of like a shadow of green in there, but nothing too green. I'm cleaning off that brush and going into Bunhatty Castle. This is just a warm orangey brown. Tapping off all that excess. This is going to go on this outer corner. I kind of wish there was like a deeper brown in the palette, but like I have so many palettes with deep browns in them, so I'm very well aware like I have deep browns. I don't need it, but just keeps me from opening a newish palette. See, that's like, it's a pretty color that adds some like neutral depth to it, but it's not too much. Putting a little bit of that under the eyes as well. All right, let's see what this looks like when I pick it up with my finger. Oh, that is so pretty. That is such a light gold. I hope it works for what I'm looking for. I'm gonna try this with no glitter glue, which I might regret, but we'll try it. All right, so using no glitter glue gives you a significant amount of fallout, but that's okay. That's kind of my fault, you know what I mean? This is definitely a shimmery shade, so I'm not terribly surprised when there's fallout when I don't use any kind of adhesive, but I will get that off. Just taking a little tape, putting it on the back of my hand to get rid of most of that stickiness, just so it picks up the glitter but doesn't mess with my skin. All right, definitely a situation of do as I say, not as I do. Guys, use a glitter glue with this one. Use a glitter glue. This is not, you know, like a deal breaker for me, just so you know, but like there's a good amount of fallout. Yeah, I definitely needed 2 pieces of tape for that one. But you want to hear how boring I am? Guys, this is going to be all of the shadow for this look. This is going to be all of the shadow. And I know that it probably seems weird that I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to play with this beautifully vibrant, bright palette. But I want to show how you can do some additional looks with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop off camera real quick. I'm going to do a lip. I'm going to do probably some light eyeliner. I want to keep this look light. I'm probably going to do a lot of mascara though. I'm going to add more blush for sure, and I'll be right back. All right, here is my first look playing with a palette I haven't played with in a while, or haven't played with enough, the Nomad Cosmetics Ireland Wild Atlantic Way palette. I really like this look. Guys, I know that this is simple. I know it's simple, but that kind of like golden green with a sparkle to it is so pretty, and it was so easy to do. It took like no time, and that's what I love honestly about Nomad palettes in general, is I feel like they're very easy to work with. And we are going to have some more bold looks in this series, but today I just wanted to keep it kind of pretty. I love this lip, so unfortunately I think this lip is sold out, but this is the Melt Cosmetics. This is the Pumpkin King lipstick that came out with the Nightmare Before Christmas collection. For my mascara, I'm using the So High mascara that came out with Smoke Sessions 2. I have really been liking this. So once I realized kind of the purpose that it was for, I've been using it a lot. So I usually like a volumizing mascara. This one is not volumizing. This one is for curling and separating and lengthening. And I feel like it just looks pretty, like very pretty. And then for my blush, unfortunately also I think discontinued, the Finding Ferdinand. This is from the Summer Abroad collection. This is Macchiato. This is the dark one that scared the hell out of me when I first opened it, and I feel like it looks like my actual shade of sunburn, but without the sun damage. So yeah, I really like this look. Let me know what you think of it. Now let's move on to look number 2 with palette number 2. Welcome back for our second look. I feel like I'm changing the format of this video mid-video because I recently was doom scrolling on TikTok and I saw a tutorial that as they were doing it, I immediately thought like whatever palette they're using, I have to have it. And then when they showed the palette, I was like, not only do I have that palette, but I really haven't used it a lot. And I went to check to make sure it was still available before doing this. And not only is it still available, it is on sale right now. So I wanted to feature the Melt Electrip palette in this look because this is a palette that, if I'm being honest, like when it comes to my Melt palettes, and you guys know I adore Melt, I have not used this one as much. But this color right here, which is Magic Mush, is so beautiful, and almost on its own it is a beautiful shadow. Like I am definitely using inspiration from the tutorial I saw, but I definitely want this all over my lid. I want this one, which is Blue Heaven, on the inner corner as like a pop. So I'm just gonna have shimmer and shimmer, and then under the eyes I can't decide yet. I do want to do a matte. I'm either going to go Pseudo, which is this deep teal, beautiful teal, or Bang, which is this peach. I feel like the peach would look really beautiful with the green. I don't know. I can't decide because obviously these two are going to look amazing next to each other. Oh, even that dark brown. I don't know. We're going to see, but I want to start with the lids, and as a base, I want to use, so this is the Afterlife gel liner. This is the one that came out with Beetlejuice in 2020, I think, and they also came out with it again in the Smoke Sessions collection. So mine is still incredibly creamy, so I have no reason to get rid of this yet. I'm taking this on a brush that's like fluffy, but not too fluffy. It's not like a crease brush, so it's gentle on the lids. And I'm going to be using this as a base. You could also just use this as an eyeshadow if you wanted. This is matte completely, but this is, I feel like, going to really make the Magic Mush color pop. So I'm putting this all over my lids, and I'm going to take it even into the crease and up a little bit, but I'm not trying to go too high. I am so happy they brought back this color because I have to admit, this is a piece of makeup that was in my collection where I kept looking at it and going, I want to use it, but I'm so scared for it to run out because it's so unique to my collection. It's this gorgeous, gorgeous chartreuse color, and I didn't want to use it up completely, but now I don't have to worry about it. Because this is, again, like, it's like a hefty cream shadow, but look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. I feel like I saw a lot of people when I talked about smoke sessions too. They're like, I'm not really into purples, so I'll probably be passing this one up. And I'm like, but what if you were into chartreuse green? Because if you are, please buy this. Also, just in case I didn't make this clear, the palette I'm going to be using is on sale / clearance right now. This liner is not. This liner is full price, but I mean, because the palette's on sale, if you bought both, it'd be like, you know, girl math. Girl math. God, what I love about this is that I feel like you could stop there if you wanted to. Do I put this under my eyes as well? Is that going to mess up whatever color I use? Gosh, I feel like I need to see also. So this is the color I'm going to be using on the lid. I'm wondering this color next to it. Can you even see it? I wonder if those colors are going to look good. I can't decide whether I want the peach on the bottom or... So it's either the peach is going to be on the bottom or the teal. How do I do this? Or it's going to be the teal on the bottom. I'm probably going the teal on the bottom. Who am I kidding? I still want to run a little bit of this, just whatever's left on the brush under the eyes, just to kind of solidify it and keep it all as one. Again, if you stopped there, chef's kiss. But I'm going to try taking the same brush. I might have to switch brushes. And again, I'm going into Magic Mush. This is just a beautiful, like, I don't even want to call it lime because this is like a proper chartreuse because it does have a good amount of yellow in it. And I'm just patting that on top. Notice I didn't wet the brush. I didn't put on any glitter glue. And look at the shine on this. It is perfect. And this is one color. Oh my gosh. I really don't know why I don't use this palette more. Like, I know that this palette did not get a whole lot of love from the makeup community, and also, I mean, I guess from me too, because I haven't used it much, but why? Look how freaking pretty that is, and metallic and sparkly and delicious. I feel like this is one look where I could very easily keep saying, you could stop right there, because you could stop here. Oh. So I'm gonna do under the eyes, and then I'll do on the inner corner. I am gonna go in with Pseudo, which again is this like beautiful, deep matte teal. I'm taking that on a smudger brush. I'm going to tap away all the excess because I want to start small on this. First, I'm going to press this right along the lash line. I don't know if I want to take this smoky or not, so I figure I can start small and then build up. All right, I am wiping away all excess shadow on my Sigma switch. And now I'm going to blend that out just a bit, just whatever's there, no new product. I'm even going to take my finger and just blend that out even a little bit more. I'm like barely touching under my eyes, like I'm not pressing in. Oh, that's so pretty. And even on the side here where it kind of blended together, that's kind of cool looking. I'm taking a detail brush and I am going into Blue Heaven, which is a lovely light sparkly blue. Ooh, I'm gonna have to really tap that away. This color looks like a little bit goes a long way. And I'm going to press that into this inner corner just for a little pop of something. Oh, I like that a lot. Now, I've talked a lot about my struggle with inner corner shades, and I think I found that for me, I don't know if you can see, but you see how the blue is coming like onto my nose? I think that is where I don't like an inner corner highlight. I prefer it to be literally right in the inner corner, more concentrated like that, because I feel like it makes a pop, but it doesn't look, I don't know, because my eyes are like very close to my nose. They're not further apart. So I feel like it makes it look even more closed in and a little bit messy. This is what I like. This is what I like. So in total, I used 3 colors from the palette. I used these 3 right here. But you know what? I love it so much. I love it so much. What I want to do is I want to hop off screen and I'm going to do some liner and some blush, highlight, and lips. I think I want to maybe test a brown lip, like a brown pink. I think I'm going to try it and we'll see how it looks. And here is the finished look. I actually really love this so much. And it was so like simple to do because it was so few colors. And just, I don't know, it feels like glam and it feels edgy and noticeable and just, I don't know, I freaking love this. For the lips, I actually used 3 brand new lipstick, like brand new to me. Melt sent me over some lipsticks. So I used Catsuit, which is this deep, like raisin color almost, right around the edges. And then I filled in all of the center with Paulina. How beautiful is this peachy nude? These are all matte, obviously. And then I filled in the center, just like tapped in the center, Zaddy, which is like a slutty nude. A slutty nude. It is so good. I love this look. I love this look. Honestly, like, this sounds weird to say because with any makeup, I feel like me. You know, I don't wear makeup that doesn't feel like something I would wear, but this feels like me. This is a Linda look, and I really need to give this palette more love. And also, like, if you have been interested in this palette at all, it is under 30 bucks, I believe. It is under 30 bucks, so I think it's very much worth it. If you didn't snag the Muerte palette, I feel like this is not that bad of a dupe because you do have like the dark blue, you have the teal, you have the red, you have the, just, I don't know. I think it's a beautiful palette. I love this look. I really feel like myself, and we will get into the third look. All right, we are back for the third look. This looks so crazy right now. My hair is so dirty that I was like, I'm just gonna put it up. And I even did like a little pompadour type thing, but you can't see it when I sit like this. So I just look like a giant egg. So the palette I'm going to use today is another kind of oldie but goodie, and it's a palette that I want to say I have used once, and that's unacceptable because if it's in my collection, I need to be using it more. And this is a palette that I especially kept coming back to in my mind when I was thinking of this series, because not just have I only used it once, but it's one that I'm just not sure if it's for me, and I want to try the colors in it that I did not use that first time I tried it, and that's the Unearthly Dreamer palette. So this is a heavily focused like on purples and pinks, like that's where the palette leans in general, and it's really, really beautiful, but I just don't wear this kind of color story often. But what I think I want to try is to stick to this, like maybe this quad right here, branching maybe over here for like inner corner or something. But I want to see if I can do a smoky kind of blue-gray look with silver as the accent. That is something I normally do not do. But I really want to try to branch out with this series, you know what I mean? And I'm wondering if I could take, the one that I'm especially curious with is Engulf, which is a very dark navy blue. And I'm trying to decide if I can like blend that out and kind of have it sheer, but also dark if I pack it on in certain areas. So that's kind of my goal for the day. I am going to start by throwing my mirror across the table. That's what I'm going to do. By the way, I've talked about this before. I just want to mention this real quick, and I will link it down below. This is still my absolute favorite mirror because it's got a heavy base. And look, it is magnetic, and you can put it at any angle you want. And it lights up 3 different light tones, and it's got a magnifying mirror on the back. It's disgusting because I literally use this every single day. But anyway, what I want to do is I want to start with Engulf, and then I'm going to blend it out with Clouded. But I'm going to start, oof, this is so pigmented. I'm really wondering if this is going to be able to be kind of more diffused in the crease because I don't want it to be too intense in the crease. But I'm going to start with my crease color. Okay, good. This is looking like it will easily be diffused. And then I think I can pack it on to make it nice and deep where I need it to be. But I think that actually looks very pretty. That's a very nice blue-gray. This is so not a look I would normally do, but I do love a good smoky eye. See, that's too intense. That's too intense. I just wiped off all the excess, and I'm going to blend just that out. That was more than I wanted it to be. I'm really trying again to have this first crease color just diffused, a diffused like blue gray color. It's very pretty though. Actually, that diffused really, really nicely. I do look like a giant white egg. I have no blush. I have no lipstick on, obviously, so there's literally no color on my face. It's just skin tone. It's throwing me off a little bit. I'm taking an even bigger blending brush and I want to go into Clouded. So Clouded is just a proper kind of matte gray. I'm dusting off a lot of that and I want this to blend this color out towards the brow. I barely dipped into the color, but I just want this to, again, diffuse it. I think it's doing a Very, very nice job. Wow. That's really nice actually, because you can't even really see. It's not like it's a strong gray tone or anything like that. It's just kind of the perfect color to blend this out though. Every time I pull out a palette, not every time, but a lot of times I will pull out a palette and go, I'm 99% sure that I am decluttering this when I do my declutter series at the end of the year. And then all of a sudden I'm like, but wait, she's cute. But this will be the real test. I'm using my Fantasy Cosmetica E06 brush, and I'm dipping into Engulf again, which is that dark blue. And I'm going to tap off excess because I don't want it all over my face, but I want to see, look at the difference. That is the same color that's blended out in the crease. That's exactly what I was looking for. I was like, I wonder if I can get it to be both dark and nice and soft, and you can. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy right now. I'm pulling this also just into the crease proper with the side of the brush so it's a little bit more defined. I will go out and blend that out. But look at the difference. Again, this color here is the same color as this packed on color. Perfect. Oh, dang it, Unearthly quality is so good. What's nice too is that for such a dark color, now I am, again, tapping off the excess, but there's no fallout. Is there no fallout? There was a teeny tiny bit of fallout, but considering, again, that this is such a dark color, like, I'm impressed. So I'm packing the most color on the outer edge and then just kind of like fading it off. I'm putting a different color here on the lid, so I'm not really worried about it looking messy or anything like that. Then I'm going back in with Engulf, tapping it off on that fluffy brush again, like really tapping it off and using that to blend right here in the crease. And back in with Clouded as well. I really like this dark blue color. Ooh, that's so nice. Now I can't decide between the two sparkles. So we have Drift, which is kind of a proper gunmetal color. And then we have Dream State, which is this beautiful, I guess you'd call that a silver, but it's got rainbow sparkles in it. Like I can see pink and purple and green. Maybe I do both. How would they look next to each other? Maybe I'll try both. You know what I'm gonna do? Okay, wait, hold on. I'm going back into Engulf, that dark blue. I just decided I'm gonna do kind of a halo eye so I can use both of those colors. So I'm packing Engulf also onto that inner corner as well as the outer. And again, I don't really care that it's messy because we're gonna be covering up that spot. I'm taking some NYX glitter glue and I actually am gonna put it on my pinky finger because I lost a nail. That hurt a lot yesterday, and to be honest, it still hurts a lot. The nails are actually coming off next week for just a little bit. I feel like I do this every few months just to give my nails a break, but kind of looking forward to, you know, having a few months of being able to apply eyeshadows with fingers and like use creams and stuff like that for my collection. But anyway, I am going to take a flat brush and I'm going to pick up Drift. So again, Drift is like gunmetal gray, and I'm tapping off the excess and I'm gonna pat that all over this middle spot. That is so pretty. Look at that. Look at that. You just instantly have a smoky eye. Okay, that took, what, 2 seconds? I'm going to do the same on the other side. And don't worry, I am going back in with Dream State, which is that kind of like rainbow silver color, because I cannot not do that. But starting with Drift. You could like stop right there. You totally could, but I'm gonna take my pinky and go back into, now I'm going into Dream State, and I'm taking the tiniest bit. I'm even gonna tap off my finger. That hurts so badly. If you are somebody with nails, you know, like basically what happened is I went to pull my oven open and my fingernail got caught on the handle and like snapped back and snapped off. And I looked down, I was like, oh my God, okay. And then like a child, I looked down at my hand and I saw like a little drop of blood come down because it really bent back, and then I started crying. I'm gonna take this color and I wanna just pat this right in the center to give that extra pop and also get that rainbow color in. Look, do you see the difference between the two? This is with that extra pop and this is without, and I didn't cover up that first color. I'm taking like the teeniest. Why did I tap it again? I'm taking the teeniest amount. I'm just gonna shake it off. And again, just applying that right here in the center. Oh God, I love this color. I'm gonna blend it into the Engulf shade. I'm also gonna take a little bit of Engulf right on the tip of this brush and push it into my lower lash line. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop off camera. I wanna finish up, I don't know that I'm gonna do a cat eye. If I do, I'm gonna do a very small one. I wanna do mascara, blush, lips, and I'll be right back. All right, so here is the final look with the Unearthly Cosmetics Dreamer palette. I love this look. I love this look so freaking much. Like, it is so beautifully smoky, but I love these kind of like blue, gray, purple tones. Like, this is not my usual smoky eye, and this might become like a go-to. And look at that shimmer on the lid. Like, the two shimmers together, I feel like really made for a perfect combination. Again, it was these two here. And this one, again, is more just like metallic, whereas this is a shimmer, and I feel like it's freaking perfect. Also, for the rest of my look, I used black liner on the upper, like the tight line, but I've been trying to use some more of my Surratt products that I got because I really want to get more use out of them. I've already talked about the liquid liner. This is currently my favorite liquid liner. What's really nice about this too, I mean, is this difficult to show? No, not at all. So you can change out just this cartridge. Holy crap, I can't believe how much I have left. You guys, I use this almost every day, and like you can see how little is gone. But anyway, you can replace just that cartridge rather than having to replace this whole component. So I kind of love that. It's got a brush tip pen. Really enjoy that. I also used this blush, which is their artistic, it's artist with I-Q-U-E. Artiste. I'm going to say it's artiste. Artistic. Oh my God. So if it was graphique, so then this would be artistique. That's what it is. Artistique liquid blush in the shade Barbea Papa. I'm going to say it is, but it's a beautiful cool toned pink that is on this little puff, and I personally still apply it with a brush. And what's really nice about this, I mean, I can just keep going. Like, you can just kind of keep layering this. And I'm not wearing a highlighter today, and look at that glow. Like, this feels so nice on the skin. Anyway, moving on, because we were talking about the palettes. And I also, instead of doing a black in the waterline, I used the Inner Light Baton. I've been really enjoying this too, because it's not like a stark white liner. It's actually like personally my skin tone, so it makes it pop without looking creepy. Like, white liner looks creepy on my waterline personally. Oh, and then I used the Melt Supernatural Lash, and for my gloss I used Unearthly Cosmetics Avery. If this is still available, snag it now, because I think the ones that have this little like snow globe at the top are on a discount, and this is the most beautiful gloss. It's like pink, but it's got sparkles of gold and a little bit of green. Okay, but anyway, this palette, I'm not letting it go just yet. I am not letting it go just yet because I love this look. I feel very rock and roll. It feels very cool. But please let me know down below what you think of this series, because I really enjoyed dipping back into my collection and playing with things that I have not given enough love, that I have not given enough of a chance, if we're being honest. So I'm going to do this again in the future. I hope you like it, and let me know what palettes you would like me to play with next. Let me know which older palettes, and it doesn't have to be things that are 10 years old or 20 years old, but I'm going to try to keep it to ones that are not yet discontinued, so you can still grab it if you want to. And I, of course, will list any discount codes for these down below in case you want to pick them up yourselves, but that is it. If you enjoyed this video, especially this one, it would mean the world to me if you took a second, gave it a thumbs up, let me know you like this content. That helps out my channel, but it also lets me know what you guys like seeing. You all can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all Glitter Fallout. And from me and my egghead, you are super freaking rock stars, and I love you so much with my whole heart, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.